I've been playing and beat Lego 2K Drive with Dash. That is that's a pretty fun game. You can
Nice.
play. So the setup is a lot like a Forza Horizon style of setup. So there's lots of different events to go. There's a story mode that you're going that has the typical like Lego humor to it. And what's great also is that it has split screen. So you can play two-player split screen throughout this whole like open world environment. So you can be working on different little races or tasks. Now, if you go into like an actual race, you both get pulled into it. But like you can be working on like the open world type stuff, and searching out for collectibles and everything. The crazy thing about this is like we were playing and we got like it's your typical structure of like, hey, on the story, like do this many races and then you unlock like the championship race for each area, right?
Yep. I
And
played it. Yep.
Yep. So we got to like where we were, I don't know, I think there's like four islands and then like the championship island or whatever. And we got to like we were on the fourth island and like the achievement popped up and it was like a rare achievement, the whole sound where it pops up and you're like, oh, that one's different sounding. And it said we were like 0.1%, 0.16% of players have gotten this achievement. That's just like crazy to me. Like you have all these people playing, like that means there's a fairly large amount of people that are playing this game, and none of them had gotten to this point in the story.
It was only a few hours in, you say?
It's not a long game. Yeah. It's not a long game. And then there's another one like to get to like level 30. Like it's the same type of thing. Like you're just constantly getting XP and get up to level 30. And we did that a couple nights of playing. So like this was over Christmas break. So it was like we might have been playing like 3 hours a day or something, like 6 hours in, and we got that. And it was like, what is going on? Like these, like only 45%, I think I looked at the achievements, only 45% of players that have played this game have won a race. Like I do not understand what people are doing.
Maybe it's glitched or something. That could be possible.
It could be, but it's wild.
Yeah.
But it's a solid game. It tries to like, it has a whole season pass thing, like where you get more unlocks if you have the season pass. We did buy it because it was one of his Christmas presents. So we have all those unlocks as we're going, but it doesn't need that stuff. Like it tries to do like the games as a service thing too, like, hey, log in daily and get your like 3 daily challenges and your weekly stuff. But it's like, I don't know, like, does it really need that for this type of game?
Very few games need that. Even the games that need it don't really need it.
But like I think for like the split screen co-op is the big sell on this, because it's a game that's enjoyable to play with your kid or somebody else who wants to play a game with you, that you can kind of go and do your own thing until you do the races.
Cool.
Yep. It's a fun game.
Nice. Let's do the CAG bag. Maybe one of these questions. How about this?
I forgot to say too, like it does the Forza thing too, where it has the liveries and like the items that everybody builds on their own.
Oh, nice. So you get some good stuff.
You could totally get like Kit and the Ghostbusters car and all that stuff is right there. So again, like, and it's all free, like to download that stuff. So it's like, I don't know what they're trying to do with this economy.
Pass? I thought the same exact thing when I was playing the game. I'm like, I'm surprised people didn't just put the season pass vehicles in the
Yeah, you can totally build them.
Yeah.
You mean you can build your own
you can build any car you want.
Right.
And you can build cars that look like the cars in the season pass. And then you can put them on the internet for everyone else to download. So no one actually has to do the season pass.
You do unlock different like drivers and parts to be able to build with.
Sure.
Because the big draw to these Lego games is being able to drive your car as Lego McLegoson.
Well, he is the cornerstone of the Lego franchise.
Unlike Fortnite, though, you do see the characters.
Yeah, in the driving mode, yes. I know that still bothers me about the Fortnite driving mode. You are correct. But when you're in a car in Battle Royale, you could see your character in the car. So it's weird that they don't have it because it's clearly they could do it, but whatever.
Whatevers. All right, let's do this CAGbag question, then go to bed.
Okay.
Sound Guy writes in and he asks or says, the consumer electronics industry is about $1 trillion and the video game industry is a bit over $200 billion. CES is thriving and E3 is dead. What can be done to bring E3 back? Is there any hope?
Yeah, they just need a viable market for selling physical games in retail stores, right? So I think everyone needs to stop buying digital games, only buy physical, and start demanding that stores stock up on physical games. Oh, and pre-order physical copies of games. And then eventually the market will revert back to how it was in the year 2000, and they'll bring E3 back.
So what you're saying is there's no chance of E3 coming back?
There is not a single solitary... E3 served a purpose. The purpose of E3 was for retail stores to go and meet with the game companies so they knew how many games to pre-order and what games to buy for their retail stores and physical games to buy. That was the purpose of E3.
And to get really drunk.
And
maybe prostitutes.
And the press was there also as because, it's like, oh, and here are games that are coming out to get consumers interested and excited. But the real purpose was to have retail stores buy the games so everyone can make a whole lot of money. That's why it was a big convention, and that's why companies spend so much money there. Now that there's no physical game industry anymore, and stores like Best Buy are going to and Target probably soon too, are just going to stop selling physical games altogether, there's no purpose for an E3. So without there being a purpose for an E3, why would there be an E3?
It would have to be an E3-like event that's definitely not called E3 and probably run by a different company. But it's not going to be the same. It can't be like the same.
Yeah, CES has TVs and stuff. Stores, Best Buy still is going to get TVs. And they need to see what all the TVs are so they know which ones to get for their stores.
I mean, you can obviously make money doing a gaming convention because they exist still. Or gaming expo, rather.
They're gaming as, they're
E3 just couldn't figure out how to make it exist, but other people seem to be able to do it.
I mean, yeah, I guess it would be about, whatever it is, panels and special guests and, yeah. I don't know how Penny Arcade PAX does it either, but
they managed to do multiple a year.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're also, I think, considerably, smaller. They don't have.
Yeah, like sure. It's a much like. There's a lot of people at them, right? But the number of companies and vendors and everything is
smaller,
at a lot smaller scale.
Yeah,
it's more about gamers getting together in a place where gamers can get together.
Because they'll have more events, more like events for the attendees beyond just booths set up.
Yeah, where E3 was about the booths. Yeah, but there's no need for that type of convention anymore.
Aw.
Sorry.
Aww.
Physical media is dead.
Aw.
I know. Well, I don't like it either, to be honest, but what can you do?
I, for one, welcome our AI digital overlords.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I'm glad I'm dead.
I've been talking so much about it to Mrs. Chibi. She's very sick of hearing about the George Carlin AI special.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the eyes rolling back in her head. All right.